What analysis is better, fundamentals or technicals? With technicals, we're talking about chart patterns. And I'm going to show you how the fundamentals are actually baked into the technicals. And that is the best way of making money. Today, we're going to dive into XRP. We said the price is likely to be limited and we should anticipate a crash movement to the downside. And now we're starting to see that pattern reversal signal. And I'm going to show you the technicals on how you can really time the market to make the maximum amount of money. So let's dive straight into XRP. So with this video on XRP, I actually did a video around 4 or 5 days ago. And what we said was the price should be limited to the upside based on technicals because the psychology of the markets, that's what we're seeing in price action, is fear and greed playing out in crowd psychology. And then we can read these patterns. And we said we're likely to see a movement to the downside, right? That's what we said. You can check out the video around 4 days ago. So if we go to our live chart with XRP now, what we can see is that we've had this nice movement to the downside as anticipated, and the market did top out in this region over here. How did we project this in advance? Well, I'm actually going to share with you at the end of the video the 4 secrets that you must know to make money trading the markets. I'll share that with you. The link's going to be in the description. It's free. But what I want to do first is just show you how powerful this is and how we can be 2 steps ahead of the market. So there's a few things with XRP that I want to bring to your attention. The first thing is we've now got something called an overbalance of price. Overbalance of price, which is a pattern reversal signal. You go, yeah, speak English to me, please. Please. All right, pattern reversal signals indicate that this top should hold and that we're probably going to see the former lows, this low down here and the former low before that, get exceeded. Why? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, this movement to the downside is bigger than any former move to the downside in this wave structure. What that tells us is that the selling pressure is stronger than the buying pressure. So the bears currently are stronger than the bulls, and that's going to drive the price down. That's what this shows. Second thing you want to pay attention to is the nature of the price action. These are non-overlapping waves. In other words, it's impulsive. So that is a very bearish signal, right? Strong to the downside. Third thing that you want to pay attention to is swing lows. As the price has been going up, this is a swing low, this is a swing low, this is a swing low, and the price is smashed through this swing low over here. So these are 3 factors, and there are some others that just indicate with high probability that this top is going to hold and that we're likely to see XRP continue to the downside. So what am I waiting for? So I'm looking to short XRP right now. So we made some good money on the way up. And then immediately what we've got on our hands, we've got a particular wave count. And what I'm waiting for is a breather, right? It's the same in bull markets and in bear markets. What do I mean by breathers? Well, the market's done an immediate sprint to the downside. This is on an hourly time frame, so it's like a day or two's worth of data. And what typically happens after a market's done a sprint to the downside, it will need a recovery period. And it's almost like it does a correction, and there's particular ratios. I just want to see this swing high get exceeded first. It will normally do this, and then if it's forming some type of A, B, C structure, which is the most common type of correction, then we anticipate a continuation to the downside. And that's what I'm looking to short. Why? Well, one of the safest times to short the market or buy the market is wait for the first sprint, overbalance the price, swing lows, and so on and so forth. Wait for the first pullback, and that's often the safest time to buy, but it's also at the end of something called a wave 2 or B. And what follows is a wave 3. More often than not, we can make some fantastic profits. So let's just now zoom out with XRP, just to summarize what we're looking at over here in the grand scheme of things, because we were quite intricate today with what we're looking at, is we've had this nice movement to the upside in recent times, like this, what was the date? It was from September 8th, give or take. Around September 8th, we had this nice movement to the upside, and it looks like we've got this 3-wave structure to the downside. The first movement down was here. We had the correction to the correction. It's called a wave B, and we're now anticipating this leg down, and it looks like we've had the first part of this leg down, which is highly probable. Not certain, but highly probable, and with that, we can trade this shorting the market, and then more medium term, if this occurs, then we're going to look for long trade setups at this point over here. And there's some particular ratios. So if you want to learn how to do this yourself so you can look at all markets and all time frames, knowing that the fundamentals are baked into the price. It's much easier to do technicals, especially if you're looking at price data for less than a year, less than 5 years, less than a year, definitely less than 3 months, because the technicals are going to way outperform the fundamentals because the fundamentals are baked in. The fear and greed is baked in. So it's the 4 secrets trading masterclass, the secrets that you must know to really identify in advance what's likely to happen, so you know when to buy, when to sell, when to adjust stop losses, depending on how you're trading the markets. This is free. It's in the description link below. I'm telling you, it will take you to the next level. So if you're ever wondering, how are we pegging this so accurately time and time again? Because we said this in the video in advance, right? We always do it in advance. We said, look, this top is likely to hit this top, and it's almost like magic, like a crystal ball. It's not a crystal ball, but it's the closest thing. And now it's reacted to these key Fibonacci ratios. And that's what I teach you in the masterclass, how you can do that for whether it's XRP, whether it's Amazon stock, whether it's gold, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's all the same thing. So do check it out. Take advantage of it because it's currently free. And I just give away a lot of value. So enjoy it. So if you got value out of today, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share this video. Anyone that you know that's looking at XRP is likely to be sideways to down for maybe 1 or 2 weeks. And then we're looking for another reversal for an impulsive move to the upside. Let's finish on a quote from my book. I'm going to go with chapter 5 today. I think it's really, really relevant. Really relevant. I start every chapter with a quote. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Right? So let's call a spade a spade. We're trading the markets. Well, I'm trading the market, looking at the markets, investing in the markets to make money. Right? We're making money. So we want to use the best tool for the job. So if you're cutting down a tree and you're an option between an axe and a chainsaw, and you want to get the job done in the smoothest fashion with speed, well, what are you going to choose? Well, if you know how to use both, we're going to go with the chainsaw because it just slices through. So when we're looking at what tools are we using to trade the markets, is it fundamentals? Now, I love fundamentals, by the way, because they have their role, right? Have their role, have their play, especially with early stage projects. However, it takes a lot of hours to read white papers, tokenomics, news, launch dates, roadmaps. There's all these factors, and there's a lot of moving parts. With technicals, you can almost get the same amount of information that might take 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, 50 hours in 3 minutes. Why? Because we're using the 4 secrets, right? We're looking at the trend. We're looking at pattern position. We're looking at price ratios and time ratios, and then job done. And that will give us all the information that we need to make money from the markets, because ultimately, what are we doing? Buying low, selling high, or if you're shorting the market, you're selling high and buying low, and the same is true for both. And the methodology that I teach is the same for both bull markets and bear markets. So do check out the masterclass, take advantage of it, take notes, because I'm telling you, I give away a lot of value, stuff I've been doing for 15 years in markets, even like the Forex markets. Before cryptocurrency was a thing, the psychology of the markets has been playing out for centuries, right? Centuries, not nothing new, but it's being able to do it in a way where you can stack the odds in your favor so you can make some good money from the markets in a consistent manner that's not emotional. All right, check it out. I'll see you soon.